of freedom, toils of the brave, and the sweat of their labors, toils of the brave, which have brought results.
My most embarrassing moment in my 2 years in Peace Corps was I had been there just a couple months, and I had got back from a trip to the capital city of Accra, and I got back home, and I lived with my headmaster and his family in their compound home, and they had painted the...
Slow down a little bit.
Oh, I'm going too fast? They had painted the outhouse without telling me, and so I went in to do my business, and then I went to take a bath, and I was taking a bath out of my bucket by lantern light, and I looked down and my genitals were bright blue. And I thought I had, and I'm from Iowa, I didn't know anything about, you know, tropical diseases and stuff, but I thought that I had some sort of strange tropical disease which was affecting my nether parts. And I screamed and ran out into the compound, into the open area. Everybody else knew what had happened, but I didn't, and so, you know, the family and all the women were pointing at my genitals and laughing. And that was pretty embarrassing. It was pretty embarrassing, but eventually it all got explained, and it washed off just fine. But I call that the adventure of the blue penis disease.
My name is Kofi. That's a Friday born in Ghana, where I served in '93 to '96 as a teacher.
My name's Regina D'Angelo. I was in Ghana from 2000 to 2002, and I was first in the city of Accra, which is the capital, and then I moved to Brekum, which is in the west coast. In Brekum, during the rainy season hit, and I woke up to find 1/3 of my wall covered with driver ants, and I didn't know how to get rid of them. So I ran outside and spoke to one of the local guys who said, "Boil water." And I said, "Okay, he said, "Get some hot water and throw it on them." I said, "Okay, I gotta boil it first. I don't have, you know, I didn't have hot water, so I'm boiling water. And in the meantime, I have a boombox, and I put the boombox on a table in front of the ants, and I turn it up as loud as it goes, and the booming from the boombox caused the ants to divide into columns and retreat, as if someone had given them the command to retreat through a crack in the window. So I didn't need any hot water at all. Meanwhile, the water boils. We start dousing the walls. There was no reason to do it because the ants were making their way out from the noise.
I'm Tanya Parle. I served in Peace Corps Ghana from 2004 to 2007. I was at a very rural school in northern Ghana. I was an art teacher, and the whole time I was there, the first 2 years, I realized that I had a really good working relationship with all of my students, especially the boys, who were the majority of my students, and decided to stay for a third year because they really needed the extra help. And
all who fought for freedom, everybody!
I would have to say the best thing that happened to me was finding out the scores of my students, because I found out that some of them indeed did pass, which a lot of kids don't, and that's their one chance to be able to go to college. I'm really proud of the fact that I still have very good relationships with my students. I actually just had one of my favorite students, he Facebooked me and asked me about some girl problems that he was currently having, just simply because he's a Muslim and his girlfriend is a Christian. So he wanted my take on it, and it just makes me so happy that I was able to have such a strong relationship, especially with a student, that I was able to pass on some knowledge, I guess.
My name is Kate Schachter. I was in Ghana from 2004 to 2007. I worked in the environment sector, working with farmers, helping them to develop their tree nursery businesses in Ghana. I was working with a nonprofit called ADRA, the Adventist Development Relief Agency. And I was able to create a business training workshop for the farmers, and it was put on for the nursery operators in the country, the Ghanaian nursery operators. And I created the curriculum, but I worked with the accountant with Audra in Accra, and who is Ghanaian, and we shared the presentation and the training of that workshop. On the other side, the health and sanitation side, we created a workshop for the villages on how to use soybean to supplement your fufu. And we did things like we made soy milk and demonstrated that for the women at the workshop. It's actually a huge workshop. Several hundred people came because they knew they'd get fufu at the end. So we had we created that workshop and put that on. So it was a wonderful opportunity to be able to do a lot of things in Ghana.
Carrie Fai, I was in Ghana from 2007 to 2009, and I was teaching high school science at Manukrobo Senior Secondary School. And one of my assignments while I was teaching, I went and taught every day, and I would wear my specs, my glasses, to school, and my students got used to seeing me. Well, I finally got a shipment from home, or a package from home, and my mom had sent me some contacts. So I was really excited to wear my contacts to school. And my kids were wondering, "Madame, where are your specs today? You can't see us." And I was like, "Oh, no, I'm not wearing my specs today. My specs are these things called contacts." And they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. So I took my contact out in the front of class, and I said, "This is my spec. It's right there. It just goes right on my eye." And they're like, "Oh, madame, put your eyeball back in." Because they didn't realize that, contacts, they're just used to seeing specs on everyone.
My name is Alicia Lindquist, and I was in Ghana from 2007 to 2009. I was a teacher there, and I taught science at a all-boys high school.
Star of Ghana, everybody toils.
My story is that when we first came to Ghana, we were sent on a vision quest where we were sent to go stay with another volunteer to just experience what a volunteer does for a few days before they send us back to training. During that, a few of us volunteers, we decided to take a hike up a mountain and go see a waterfall at a local village. So we took the hike up, and I was exhausted because I was completely out of shape from being in America forever. And we get to the top of the mountain, we're talking to some children there, and we try to figure out how to get down and back. Some children gave us the wrong directions and how to get back. So we took the wrong route, and we ended up having to slide down the mountain on our bottoms and exhausted from hours and hours and hours trying to get down this mountain. We finally get down to the mountain and get to a village, and we have no idea where we are. So we start asking around, and we ended up talking to one of the chiefs that say, "Well, you can't get out of this town for the evening. There's no more transportation. You can stay in one of our hostels," sort of thing. And it started raining, so we were worried that we would never get out of there. But we happened to come across a car going by and begged him for a ride back to the next lower village down where we could get out of the town. So it was a very exciting experience for the first 2 days in the country. And it was scary at the same time, but it kind of gave you an idea of the hospitality and the caring nature of the people that were in Ghana.
I'm Joe Green. I'm a returned Peace Corps volunteer from Ghana. I was served from 2009 to 2011. I taught ICT or computers at Ko Senior High School near the Burkina Faso border.
Of their labors, toils of the brave, which have brought results.